It's Monday, and from my understanding, it's a holiday for many of you, so happy holiday, whatever you choose to call this day, not getting into that conversation. But I have a thought. Here's a question. What about forgiveness? What about forgiving someone who has wronged you? What about the words of the model prayer, also known as the Lord's Prayer? Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. What about that? Letting go, releasing them from the debt, which is really what forgiveness is all about. You don't have to pay for what you've done to me. What about if they don't ask for forgiveness? Or what about if you have the conversation, but they never say, I'm sorry? What about that? Well, here's what I've discovered. I've discovered that in many instances, people will not say, I'm sorry. In fact, they may not even realize they've offended you. Therefore, they keep going to the altar with their gifts. Remember, there's a scripture that says, if you go to the altar and you remember that your brother has aught against you, leave your gift at the altar and then return to your brother. Yeah, but what if they don't realize they keep going, yet you are carrying this weight, this burden of just being angry and bitter, and why don't they realize what they've done? Well, what about forgiveness? Forgiveness releases you from the burden of whatever you had to deal with because of someone else's behavior. From my perspective, forgiveness means you release them from the debt. It does not mean you have to go back into any kind of trust relationship with them. Because quite frankly, you're going to have a hard time trusting. But you can be civil. You can be gracious. You can let it go. Because in due time, God will handle whatever needs to be handled. And you are free to move on. That's just what I think about forgiveness. What do you think? Yeah. If it's your holiday, you had Monday off, woohoo! Celebrate good times. I'll talk at you later. Bye.